Hey.
Hello.
Hey. Welcome to the Raconteur Society's Tuesday night tomfoolery. We are back and live on the scene again with a brand new game this evening. Not a brand new. We played this before, but it's a new.
We haven't played it for a while.
We haven't played it for a while. Dawn of the Daikaiju, which is a Savage Worlds game. We'll hold up the book cover there because I'm going to bring mine with me.
Absolutely. So, like Rob said, this is Dawn of the Daikaiju. It's by Savage Worlds. It was too good to pass up. It's not a very big main book, but
Yes,
for those of you who just joined, this is Dawn of the Daikaiju. Savage Worlds, you'll need the Savage Worlds rule set to play, whether it's deluxe or suede. I'm sure it works for either, basically. In fact, it's Adventure Edition. So yes, you play giant monsters, Godzilla, King Kong, all that, which, you know, who doesn't want to play giant monsters? The Monsterverse right now is some of my favorite movies. So the way we've set up this game, we've made our giant monsters, and most of these monsters have a hindrance where they're dependent on someone, usually a human. So we've actually made human characters too. So the action will go between humans doing things behind the scenes and the big monsters having the big brawl.
So you can kind of see.
I'll have her flying in the background.
There he goes.
It's over the moon.
There's Rob's is the that guy.
We can introduce our characters.
Yeah.
So my character's name is Maui Aku Mionmi. He is a Easter Island head who became sentient. He is possessed by the hunter spirit of the Hawaiian people, and he's a smartass. So he runs around and protects the world. He protects animals and he protects humanity as best he can. He's kind of one of the shorter kaijus, not real big, but he's
60 feet tall.
Yeah, only 60. But his guy that helps him out is Tane Oupono, who's he's a bush pilot, and he's the one who discovered Moai and started talking to him and getting to friend him and understood what's going on. So that's Moai's person, or his pet people, or whatever. The guy that helps him in the real world or the modern world.
His pet person
is Tane. So.
Okay, I'm next.
And she's brand new. This is a new kaiju.
Yeah, so
We don't have a character for her yet.
The new kaiju, her name is Henrietta. And she's a giant bipedal mutated cow. She is a giant mutated acid milk spitting cow.
that flies.
Yes, that flies.
Who doesn't want to play giant monsters like this?
And it's tougher than a Sherman tank.
What was that with or without wings?
Oh gosh. Well, it's not when pigs fly.
I think she's just self-propelled. It's all.
That's self-propelled, yeah.
It's
the other.
It's super. Yeah. It's spin up like little props.
It's actually methane.
Methane.
John Smith says, "Good evening, ladies and gentlemen."
Hi, God.
Hi. As I was saying, the person I'm connected to, it's Naomi Ardmore. She's a sanctuary caretaker. How she came about, Henrietta came about these powers was while she was with the caretaker, a radioactive spill happened from a truck. It overturns the pasture with Henrietta and a few more cows. The other cows didn't survive.
Okay, my Daikaiju is Shailud. Shailud is based on the giant sandworms of Arrakis, but instead of Shai-Halud, it's just Shailud. It comes from the great African desert. It's been a millennia since he had been active, but now with the resurgence of all the other Daikaiju, he also has awakened and was caught up in the international net of NATO gathering up all of the monsters and sticking them on Monster Island.
On Facebook, thank you.
And he's able to grapple with his tail, and he basically has a breath weapon which sends out a sandstorm filled with boulders. And his human is a Moroccan Berber, Hassan Musa, and he is a priest, shaman of the otherwise outlawed and ancient cult of the sandworm.
I'm trying to run 3 things at once here. As always, succeeding at none. My guy is the guy in the center. My guy is Gamma Man. Gamma Man from a far-off universe has come to Earth to help save humanity from the evils of the Imperial crab people. I don't know the name of them, but they're here.
Oh, you can look that up.
And he's here to fight them and do good things and sell action figures for his arch nemesis. Yes, he's a guy that's...
Roger Reed.
Roger Reed, yes. He basically owns my family and making countless dollars off my creation. He's a merged scientist with the power of a dead kaiju and an alien creation. So you got H.R. Geiger, me, yes, and a dead kaiju and all this cybernetic stuff that was there. They all merged in this big robot thing. So he can kind of change his form. He's got a big cannon that his face turns into. So yeah, he runs, he leaps, he does all kinds of things, and his stuff's available at your local big box store.
Cannon per mouth. That's a loud mouth. Yeah.
Yep.
So he's basically a tragic character that's being used for capitalism.
Yep.
Okay, the big robot there is known as Caretaker 5. He is actually Toshiro Sato. He was he designed these giant robots. The Daikaiju were originally on a sanctuary on this large island, fenced in, where they were kind of kept safe and harmless. And something happened in the first episode where they escaped the island. And these Caretaker robots were built by him, or designed by him. They're kind of like your Pacific Rim size robots, those kind of things, to safeguard the island and kind of prison guard like. Well, he ended up having some sort of very major health issue, and he was going to die. And his sister, who was equally brilliant, Hitomi Sato, took his bioscans and his brainwave patterns and downloaded them electronically into one of these robots. Number one, she didn't want to lose her brother, and number two, he had a lot of stuff he wanted to complete. Well, when she downloaded it, it fused with the circuitry of this Caretaker number 5, and he's in there, but he believes he's a Daikaiju, some sort of Daikaiju. He doesn't understand that he used to be the creator of these things. So those are our Daikaiju. So you guys just kind of wandered off, but you've been these Daikaiju have been traveling together ever since they broke out.
We're a gang.
Yeah, pretty much. The humans are kind of amazed at that your specific group of Daikaiju have seemed to have bonded, and you don't have anything like in common. It's not like species oriented. It's not like all the giant bovines are in a herd.
Totally screwed.
But there would be so much milk and butter, nobody be.
We'd be
All I want to do is chew my cud.
Yeah. But you're of different types of kaiju.
The methane on the planet would probably explode.
Even your origins don't really have a common thread. So all the kaijuologists, the scientists, which Hitomi Sato is a kaijuologist as well.
Now yours is with us, right?
Huh?
Yours.
Yeah. Yeah, he's following with you guys. But as you guys kind of awaken for the next day, your Daikaiju, you sense there's something wrong. Sort of to the
My udder is tingling.
Stop touching.
Milk.
It's very sensitive.
Now,
Here was the cold snap.
or not?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that as you guys came to
You got to
Tennessee and Kentucky, guess what? There's a cow.
Holy shit.
Holy cow! Thank you very much. Holy cow.
Holy cow. Holy cow.
So anyway, as you guys travel together, you do encounter another Daikaiju that's kind of grazing on the actual forest.
Wait, can I please do this?
Probably. Go ahead.
All right. So Malu wakes up. He's not a morning person. So he gets up. Sees her in the distance. goes over and attempts to milk it.
He hasn't got to the hunt.
Yep.
Okay, well, you guys see Maui?
Moai.
Moai? You see Moai get up, stretch, look off, and start wandering off intently. Caretaker 5 basically comes online and kind of scans over and
I'm
looks
looking around. Is there any a bucket type situation anywhere near, like a satellite dish, silo?
Actually, you do find like an old farmstead that's kind of ratty looking, but there is like one of those big Bubba dump dumpsters out that's been there like a while.
I'll dump
You
it
can
out.
have that.
Come over, walk over to her. Is she sleeping or just grazing?
Probably just grazing.
I'll walk up and
Okay. Before you get there, Henrietta will make the first roll on the night. Did you take the skill? You took the skill notice, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so roll your notice. So you have 1 dot in it, basically. So it's a
Yes.
D4.
D4.
Now, the way Savage Worlds works is a little different. It's Deadlands Light.
There it is.
So what you do is you
Right here?
use 1 of every die. So if I should get mine out.
It's dice time. Dice.
So it's a 3.
Okay. Now you're a wild card. So this game has extras and wild cards. Wild cards are the heroes, the major characters. Extras are random things. Random, like, think of it as you are Roadblock, you are Duke, and you are Flint from G.I. Joe, and I play all the Cobra officers, which are extras. I can punch you and you might take a hit. You punch me and I'm just like, "Ugh," and I'm out.
explode, die. Right.
So
Great.
being a wild card, roll a d6 with that.
Altogether 5.
Okay, perfect. Now these do ace, which means if you roll the highest, roll again. So it's very similar to Deadlands, but it's not exactly the same. Also, we are going to need a deck of cards. You don't add them together.
Okay.
You just take the highest one.
Okay.
Yep.
So roll this one.
Yeah, go ahead and roll that one.
6.
6.
Okay, roll it again.
They pop.
2.
Okay, so 8 for you.
Yep.
Now, your target numbers are always 4. If you beat it by 4, which you just did, you got a raise, which means you get a little bit of extra, not only do you see him, but you're like, what is he planning to do with that bucket?
Exactly. You're going like, moo.
So as you approach her,
Moo.
and now you're bipedal, but you go on all fours sometimes. So she's it looks like she's just,
She looks like a cow.
yeah, with more human-like arms, but she's just grazing on a tree.
I walk up and pet her on the head.
You check. She's
Hello there, Moo Moo. Well, have a good day, yes? You give me milk, yes? I like the cows. She's the biggest cow I've ever seen.
I like the
You
cows,
got the big milk?
especially the French girly cows.
You go
give me
wee wee in
milk?
my bucket?
Oh,
Moo Moo's thinking kick.
Cow talks.
No, but
No.
she's thinking deep in her head. She wants to kick.
Oh, he's actually scratching the right spots. He's the god of the hunt, so he knows where to.
I'm gonna sign to him because my character doesn't speak, but he signs. He says, "You have to buy her a drink first."
I try to get drink first.
There's no heavy petting right off the bat. You
it's
just
a heavy petting zoo. That's interesting.
moo.
So when I feel like I've established the fact that this cow is calm, I will try to milk her.
Okay, well, is she calm?
Persuasion, would that work?
Persuasion might work.
Got a D.
So here's how we do this. You're going to roll your persuasion die type
Right,
plus your 6-sider for your wild die.
right.
Anastasia, you're going to roll your spirit and your 6-sider for your wild die.
It's
And
going
it's a-
strange, William. It's going very strange.
Yeah, it's a willpower roll.
Oh, your
Or
spirit.
it's an opposed roll. So just roll, pick your highest, and let me know what it is.
Both my dice popped.
And then
This
Roll them both.
here, no, but
wait, what?
He scratched the right spot,
It's
buddy.
8.
it's an 8. So you need that.
Oh, boy. Oh, yeah.
You know just where to touch that cow.
Okay, well, your wild die popped. So you roll it again, add in.
9 on wild and 4 for the other dice.
Okay, just
11 on wild and 6, 7, 8, 9 on regular.
Okay, so 11 and 9. You're getting kind of antsy and you're like, should I kick this dude? But it actually is like he's very calming and it doesn't seem like he's a threat at all. So he's...
But I'm as big as you, too.
Right, which is...
That might be the why it's like, wait a minute. Yeah.
So he plans to try and get a drink, and it's not like that hasn't happened to you before. So
No.
if you let him, but if you don't, you can always shy away. But it is kind of like, well, you're a little more receptive to it, but you don't have to do it.
The thing is, what's in the milk, it's going to be a mess around and find out situation.
Well,
And he don't know that.
you don't mess around and find out.
Doesn't know yet.
He's not smart enough to know that. He's just like, cow makes milk. Milk good for me.
Yeah.
Milk tastes good.
He's in for a surprise.
So I begin milking.
All right.
As he starts
Is
doing
there a
that,
milking skill?
No, there's no milk.
as he starts doing that,
Lockpicking?
Gamma Man will come over and be like, about like to stop, like, hey, you know, I don't know if that's.
You don't even know her name.
I'm just chewing my cud. This is nice.
Well, I kind of come up and you see me.
Hey, this is private.
I'm kind of like,
Don't worry, I'm getting enough for both of us.
no,
As
no. I'm like, no.
like psst, psst. You hear hissing, and as you look down, the bottom of the dumpster is eating away, and it's actually the grass is smoking, and the ground is starting to kind of go like a whitish
I
color.
point at you and it. I go, it's okay.
I take another aim and squeeze at him.
It flies by you, and you instantly know that's not good. That's acid. That's like a
I find
corrosive
acids. Mother effer.
mother heifer.
I'll stand in front of the cow and look the cow deep in the eyes.
Oh, now you look her deep in the eyes.
Right,
I see
yeah.
how that is.
Yeah.
Every time.
Why your milk burn things?
I slap you on the shoulder.
What?
Big.
All I do is I stand up on 2 legs. and I put my hooves going.
I go home now. I see everything. I just like, okay. I just walk back over sent by the caretaker and
Yeah.
go back to sleep.
As you watch these guys, do you go with him?
No, I sit there looking at you, perplexed, and like, just, you know.
As you see the big Easter Island guy walking back, and he's this thing with the one eye and horns, he's kind of looking at you.
Sorry. Hey.
As you see that, he's walking back, and there's a couple other creatures back there. There's like a giant worm and this huge robot thing, which you would know is you wouldn't know it as a robot, but you would
Yeah,
know
I've
it's
got
like
another
a metal man, like a scarecrow.
Mm-hmm.
And this one is
well-
standing here staring at you.
On second thought, I make that a yes. Okay.
I'd walk up into the middle man and I go
Okay.
with my hoof. Clink, clink, clink.
So she moves past you to, and you guys aren't that far away,
Right.
really, but you tink tink on the metal man.
Yeah, and then she'll sashay back to her 4 hooves over to the side to start rubbing her back in like scratch.
Well, I was like,
Yeah, caretaker number 5 just kind of like,
careful, neck baby cow.
Well, it's hard to scratch back there.
I'm not gonna.
like, you actually hear his voice for the first time
Oh yeah.
because he's learning how to speak, and he's like, "You wanted to make baby cow."
No, I'm trying to get milk. I'm hungry. Speaking of hungry, I go eat. Bye.
With you,
No, just found. Over there.
Yeah, about this time you guys get that feeling that there's something north. Something in the northern direction that suddenly needs attention. Something is happening and you need to be there.
Moai just looks like let down. He's like, oh, turns back around. Fine, go north.
Shylud has felt this feeling, and so he pops his front end up out of the ground, kind of looks around a wee bit and looks at all them,
Morning.
and then he crawls totally out, and he's crawling along the surface northwards.
Okay. Yeah, basically.
That mustache is not staying.
Yeah. Yeah, basically the big worm comes out like a tremors. Just kind of starts moving that way. You see Caretaker 5 kind of like get up, and you can hear the servos and stuff rotating, and gets up and starts moving that way. You feel that feeling too, and you've felt that feeling recently, but it wasn't strong enough to pull you in any direction. Maybe it was too far away. But this one, you're like, yeah, there's something happening that you need to look at or see or do something.
Happening here. Well, it is ain't exactly clear.
Yeah.
Still in my forest.
Okay. Gamma Man, you gonna start to follow along?
I'll probably just kind of standing there. Probably changes his fingers so they're bigger,
Okay.
and like scratches where she was rubbing up against there.
Oh, okay.
You know.
Okay. Seems to enjoy it.
Don't
Yeah.
drink milk. Bad for you.
Then with my so he signs it, probably analyzing internally what it is or something.
Oh, right. Like
Yeah,
the alien part
the
of you
alien
is like,
particles. It's like
we've taken these before.
That's our whole plan.
But they were much smaller than this.
we're gonna need a bigger boat. Ship.
We're gonna need a bigger ship. Okay, so yeah, basically Caretaker 5 kind of like when you're looking at that, he kind of waits, like looks at you. Actually, oh, he looks, and when you look over at him, he kind of clumsily does sign language to you
Who knows?
and says, "Coming." It's a little awkward, but he does it. You
Right.
know what he means, but it's a little awkward.
Yeah. No, he probably stands up more straighter. Like, yes, you can sign.
He kind of tilts his head and kind of tries to sign back something that's like, maybe, and then he shrugs.
Thank you for liking the live, Seville Fox.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
So yeah, you guys all start wandering north. As you guys do, your Daikaiju are moving. For you guys, it's not going to take long, but after about maybe an hour, half an hour,
Yeah.
you're going to come up and you're going to see a city up ahead, a big city. But while you guys are traveling, back to your humans. So you guys have been recruited.
Changing hands.
Yeah, you go. Now it's on. You guys have been recruited into the military to study. They look for anybody with ties to these Daikaiju who can maybe help. Either they don't really. The government, the military, is like, well, we could destroy them, but that's really tough to do. We could persuade them not to go to places. That's equally tough to do. But a lot of them seem to have ties to certain things or certain people. If they can find those people, they would be in love. If they can find those people, maybe they could help kind of control these things. So they've gone around and recruited a lot of, especially the ones on the sanctuary. So if they found out you were involved with these things,
Right.
they're kind of like, they're not keeping you here against your will, but it's like, we would really appreciate any help you got because we're trying to safeguard human life and civilization, and you guys seem to have a key. As I said, Caretaker 5 is Toshiro Sato, and his sister is Hitomi Sato, who is a kaijuologist. She works for a General Richter, who is United States military, and there's an Adam Hensley who takes care of basically kaiju at sea. They have a British pilot, Malcolm Rothford. There's Kenji Ioto, who is kind of a scientist / inventor who studies Daikaiju, but he's more on the technical side of things. Sergei Krezhnev is a Russian pilot who works with you guys. And Dr. Amiko Tanaka is Japanese American. She's kind of the head of the kaijuologist, like, studying. And Hitomi Sato is kind of like a second in command or under her. And your humans have been recruited as well. So as these Daikaiju are starting to move north, you guys are basically in a military unit, a mobile military unit. The way I see this thing, it's like a big, not like the Jawa sandcrawler, but it's like a mobile base. So it's kind of a land crawler kind of thing. So they can basically follow you guys around wherever you go, theoretically, and just park and observe you.
Right.
Without you coming to attack them.
Right.
But you guys wouldn't, because you instinctively know that your people are there.
Right.
General Richter's like, well, they're moving. Does anybody have any theories on what they're doing? Hitomi's like, well, it seems like they're drawn to something. This happened last time when they went to Japan.
What is like Shalud actually feeling?
Oh, yeah. A sense of urgency. There's something happening that should not be happening. And it needs to be stopped. It may not be a threat now, but it could become a big threat if it's not taken care of. And it's in a city. So I don't know if Shailud would even care about the people in the city, but...
Would he sense that there would be a populace
Yes.
about it?
Yes.
Okay.
Lots of snacks.
He probably doesn't actually care about the populace per se, but just the fact that this is a danger
To the environment.
and enveloping,
Yeah,
or
exactly.
developing.
And it could be a danger to the environment as well.
Shailud senses a danger. Not immediate, but something of growth potential that will be major threat if not dealt with.
Well, that would be why Mao would be going, then.
And Hitomi is basically puts on a headset and is fiddling with some electronics. And you know it's communication devices. And just then she's like, Hitomi kind of flips a switch.
Everybody explodes.
You hear a speaker turn on. And you hear a voice. It sounds like a very human voice, but it's kind of haltingly. There's something in this city. It's
A nightclub that I'd like to go to.
it's something that needs to be dealt with, and whoever's responsible may be there. I remember files. Scientist who disappeared. I cannot remember the name. Entomologist.
Studies ants.
And then it just goes dead. And she's like, that was my brother. Who do we know? What entomologist do we have that studied with us that disappeared?
She has divination, so could she try that?
Divination?
Yeah.
Is that Anna or the girl?
The girl is
Okay, yeah. And Anna can roll her smarts.
Could she start drawing something?
Yeah.
You know.
Anybody who's scientific. So Naomi, Anna, and Hitomi.
Not Tane. Tane's just a pilot.
Yeah. You guys can roll your smarts. and to see if you remember any names of somebody who was an entomologist who maybe.
Well, Ant's kind of like distracted with Elizabeth, so she rolls a 3.
Okay, that's fine. Oh. Told me you rolled a 4,
8.
which made it 8.
The cow knows.
Reading all those inquirers.
Hitomi's like, there was an entomologist who worked and he left. Or
left, or you're right. One or two.
yeah, I don't remember. And you're like, yes, you remember that. It was when you pretty much first came into the group. Oh, there it is. When you first joined this group and met all these people and brought Henrietta to the sanctuary, there was a Dr. Fabra Kirby, and he was an entomologist that was studying stuff, and he was kind of touchy. You remember he was basically very, very unhappy with the way things were going, didn't like the way things were run, had his own ideas about Daikaiju and the study of them, and he eventually got fed up and just left. And, you know, like, he didn't report to work one day, and you found out him and maybe General Richter or somebody in the military had an argument, and it sounds like he just quit. But he was a brilliant entomologist, and he was studying the origins of various Daikaiju. What made them what they are? How did they, you know, all the different ways. Why? So you remember that. And you thought he lived in Ohio, which is where you're going. Mm-hmm. So that might be the guy that he was thinking. So you can relay that information to everybody.
In Moo speak?
No, this is Naomi.
Okay, double.
So, and divination?
Yes. It says 5 minutes, yes or no, with source, send probe. I don't know.
Let's see if it's in here.
It's just 10 PowerPoints. So
Okay, it's a power then.
I got
you got a 5.
Okay. So she got a raise.
Mm-hmm.
So you can ask a question, and then I can answer it in 5 words or less instead of just yes, no, or maybe. Spell's duration is 1 minute, during which the caster may take no other actions or movement. If the caster is shaken during that time, yeah, okay. Question relates to a living being. Oh, okay, yeah. So yes.
She kind of draws it, so that's how she can't do anything but that.
Okay.
So she's like, is my dada in danger? Is he in danger? Is he going to be hurt? Is Daddy dada in danger?
Not immediate danger if stopped.
And I have her too. Sometimes you can kind of draw the thing.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like.
So she's probably drawing a picture of a city.
Yeah.
And Gamma Man.
Right.
But it's more in the shape of your character. Yeah. But he's got like horns.
Yeah, dad.
It's like dad with horns and a tail or whatever. Yeah, this is my dad now. Yeah. Standing in front of a city, and the city is like dark clouds over it, and you notice she's drawing like almost like webbing, like spider webs or something, or just strands, lines between the buildings.
Okay.
So it's kind of, but then she's draws the strands and then kind of points to them and shakes her head and then starts drawing dots, like big black dots on the buildings, and kind of pointing at that.
Okay.
That's apparently what the threat is, not these spiderweb things.
Okay. The dots.
The dots.
Yeah.
Okay. So General Richter's like, well, we're going to the city. We'll get you as close as we can. Then I'd suggest you load up and fly in there.
Cow always does sniff.
If you've got enough room in your helicopter,
That's all.
or I can send you with a bigger one. I'd like to send.
Oh, I'd like a bigger one.
I'd like to send in a military troop with you, a military squad with you.
I'm not sure if Mono would like a whole lot of people in the copter, but if you need the help with it, I'll do it.
Well, what we need to do is find this doctor depending on what the situation is, and secure him.
Well,
If he's obviously involved in what this threat is,
he might be some sort of. Honey, is he armed? Is he dangerous?
yeah, go ahead and roll.
A 10, which pops.
A 10. Oh,
12 total.
12. Okay, that's 2 raises.
Okay.
She's like, actually.
Signs one finger.
She actually has like this lucid moment and understands that he may be a threat to the humans, but definitely not to Daikaiju. Although he has done something that could threaten Daikaiju. So he himself is not a threat. He's just kind of crazy and angry. But he has done something that, if not taken care of, could cause a lot of problems for Daikaiju and people. I would rather take him alive.
Right.
He says, I'm going to send Sergei with you as a co-pilot, just in case.
Oh, good. He's a good co-pilot.
So you guys, he's like, well, I suggest you
I'm on
get
my
ready.
way.
Wheels will be up in about 10 minutes.
I'm headed that way.
Okay. So you guys gather up whatever.
Elizabeth probably
equipment
grabs
you
hold of
need.
Anna like she's going to come with. So,
Okay.
Are you sure you want to stay here? All right.
Okay. Hitomi will help you out. She grabs some of her equipment,
Yeah.
laptop, stuff like that.
Yeah, she has her stuff too.
Yeah,
she's-
so you guys all head up to Helipad 3. Once you get up there, yes, it's a Chinook.
I'm like,
Sergei's already like strapping on his helmet. He's like, are you ready to fly?
but I was born ready, and let's do this.
You ever fly one of these before?
Nope, it's gonna be interesting. It's all right.
He kind of pats you on the shoulder. You'll learn quick. And he smiles and climbs up in there, and you take the other seat.
I'm a walking grin right now.
Yeah. So
Big
you
chair.
get whatever he's got the full flight suit.
Right. I'm just putting on the helmet and
Yeah. So
Hawaiian shirt and a helmet.
Hawaiian shirt with the brown leather jacket with
Yep.
and like baseball cap.
Baseball caps backwards and the helmet
He's
on.
like, "Are you ready to fly, Murdoch?"
Button dude. No. If you need me to roll piloting skill, I will.
No, I'm not going to worry about that yet. So you guys take off. There's probably about 6 soldiers in here with you.
6 soldiers, gross.
Yeah, they have your standard kit. I mean, they've got a firearm and probably a submachine gun and some other
Some
weapons, but
MREs
they're not
and
like
some
loaded for
BDUs
bear
and
or
Guy was sightseeing with 50 cal outside.
yeah. None of that stuff. They're just like almost like a SEAL team kind of thing. Just going.
They're made from seals.
They are.
They're seals with their.
They all come in with the dolls. Man, this is really
Oh, this is annoying. That's terrible. Sergey.
You serving fish?
Good job.
No, the guy with the symbols.
Oh,
Yeah.
The little monkey
Fish today. So anyway, you guys load up, lift off, start flying. For you, it's like,
How does
oh my
your-
god.
Dennis, how does your guy deal with like Elizabeth and them? Is he friendly towards them or not, or is it like infidel,
Actually, no.
or just,
He
like-
accepts them.
Okay.
He realizes that they are linked to their Daikaiju as he is to
Okay.
Shalut.
I think Thane would have been excited at first, but then he realized how sluggish a Chinook is, and he's like,
Yeah. It's cool, but it's not
it's
fun.
cool, but it's
This is
not
probably
that
like
cool.
like holding onto your robes a little bit, just kind of like looking away from the soldiers, but just next to you.
Yeah, we've never really gotten into that.
That-
Now that we
that
have a new
would-
character,
that would be
let's talk about that a little bit.
Fine,
So,
yeah.
Hitomi gets along fine with Anna.
Oh yeah,
You know,
they were
they're-
colleagues before.
They were colleagues, so she gets along
She
fine.
knew her brother. I mean, they all worked
Yeah.
together. So did my character.
Yeah, I think Hitomi would probably get along with Naomi because she studies behavior, but you're more of the biologist, and she, when she has questions, she knows you're probably the one to ask.
Yeah.
So she's probably got this repertoire with you about.
Yes.
Well, so
You
does
know,
Anna.
we
Anna
work-
has biology.
we
too,
work
but not very
together.
low.
Yeah,
So-
we got together, and now it's like, ooh, now we got somebody else we can talk to. So you guys probably bonded pretty quick. As far as you go, Hitomi is very respectful to you. Being Japanese American herself, she's all about believing in spirituality and the ancestors. So you kind of have that thing going, and she's actually envious of you because you have an empathic link to your Daikaiju, and she doesn't with her brother, but she would give anything to have an empathic link with him to know what he feels. So she's actually kind of like very respectful and kind of envious. And with Thane, she probably just thinks you're a fun guy to have around because it's like, everybody's so stiff. It's all scientists and soldiers.
And Thane's like,
And even this guy is kind of like,
Fly boys.
even this guy is like a shaman cultist, so he's all praying, and she's like,
where's the bar?
and her brother would have probably hung out with you more than anybody else in this place. So she's like, you're like a breath of fresh air. You know, you want to have a beer? She would probably
Trying to teach her how to dance the haiku and all that.
go with you to have a beer, but she'd only have one. But she's like, yeah, you kind of remind me of somebody my brother would get along with. He's very intelligent and a scientist, but he was the guy who would show up in the Ren and Stimpy t-shirt under his lab coat some days.
I love that show.
Yeah, so that's how she sees all of you guys.
Okay.
So how do you guys feel about everybody else?
Well, Thane is. It's all new to him. So,
Right.
you know, him being kind of like a redneck, basically,
Yeah.
bush, you know, a deep bush person. He's, if you could imagine, like, Crocodile Dundee, that
Yeah.
gets thrown into the city type
Yeah.
of situation. That's kind of like what he's doing. He's not trying to show up anybody, but he's just trying to understand what is happening.
Right.
He knows he's there because of his connection with Muai, but it's like he doesn't have like the psychic connection or nothing. Like Muai and him are just buddies, basically. That's what it boils down to. You know, and Muai trusts on him to show him around. So, but his is a reflection of everybody here. Like he's very sympathetic towards the little girl, of course, because she's special needs and all that. And he kind of watches them and watches over that when he's there. But most part, he's pretty easygoing with everybody else. I mean, he doesn't really.
Yeah.
He doesn't stick his nose into like what's going on, but he's also kind of watching
Kind
everybody.
of a fish out of water, but accepted. Because he accepts everybody.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
that's
Right.
Hassam being the faith guide. And so it's kind of a step apart from the scientific people and the military people. He kind of thinks that Thane
Yeah,
is
we
a
never got to
little,
do this.
a little weird, but kind of a typical Western
Yeah.
civilization guy.
Western man.
He kind of accepts. Still not really sure how to deal with it.
Yeah, I see him as like,
But he's
children.
he's not W.C. Fields. Get away from anybody, man.
yeah.
So he's coming to terms as a more forgiving human,
Yeah.
which is a little hard to do because since he's like part of the age-old outlawed cult of the sandworm, it's, which in other ages would, he would have been marked for death and executed for
Kill that guy. He likes worms.
for having
It's got worms.
He's got
for
worms.
being part of that religious sect.
Right.
But
Yeah, because I can control giant worms and kill everybody.
yeah.
Everybody got a little intimidated by that. A couple sultans were like, nope.
But otherwise, he's perfectly acceptable with working with these other persons as long as the military, especially, isn't going to hurt his god.
Well, this is the first time Naomi has really been launched on a big, investigation like this. So this is the first time meeting the scientists, the people, the cultures, and especially when Henrietta walks in with the rest of the group. That child had the biggest look in her eyes you've ever seen. She goes, "Oh." She's just around for, she loves the camaraderie, she loves the people, and this guy over here to the right, the Hawaiian guy, oh yeah.
I could see many nights at
He
the.
doesn't have good looks. He's kind of ugly. Honestly, he's kind of scrawny and ugly, but still.
I just think it's funny because I could see many nights on this rolling mobile battle force that Naomi and Thane probably shut down the bar.
Oh yeah.
Trying to drink each other under the table.
You can't not drink with a backwoods chick. It's like, thing to do.
Yeah.
But then Anna is like super scientist. You know, she loves Elizabeth and she loves him, and she's just obsessed on trying to cure him back out of it. But so it's nice to have friends to talk to and get out of that. And like you having a bond with her helps because she's like, I don't know how to handle this kid. Her dad did. You know, it's kind of that thing. So it's just like, oh, I'm sorry if she's bothering you, but you tell her, you know, it's not. And talking with you about things and you being a farmer and everything else. Back in her really young days, she was kind of on the farm a little bit. So she has a little bit of connection.
Plus, she scratches the nose of a cow.
Yeah.
Best thing ever. Just don't touch the udders.
Don't touch the others.
And Tommy feels more in line with you because she's having the same situation with her own
Right.
brother.
But you
You know,
can communicate.
he's in there.
Yeah.
Well,
She probably.
sometimes, and it's not a guaranteed thing. So you guys are in the air. You all feel you're singing "Kumbaya" now because you just talked about your histories. Now I know why I love you so much. So you guys are in the air, and as you fly in, you see your Daikaiju wading into town. Caretaker 5 actually tries to stay on the roads. He's like, oh, I don't want to break these buildings, but if I punch one, hey, that's on you. You know, so he's actually careful when he goes through town.
Yeah, Moai would probably actually be weaving through the underbrush. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's the hunter.
Right, so
Spirit,
it's almost
so-
like a concrete jungle team.
Right.
So,
So he might, my thing would be like, "Where's? Oh, there he. Oh, that little shit."
yeah.
You know?
Caretaker 5, he has a stealth of like 8. But I see it as like no, he has a stealth of 6. But in the first Transformers movie, there's that part where they're chasing Optimus Prime through the buildings, and he's hiding around the buildings and hiding under bridges, and I'm like, how do you lose this guy? So you got, and I don't know about you guys, like, I don't know if you care about buildings, if you're just kind of like, yeah, that's in my way, or if you try and, I'm assuming being a cow, if it's a street with buildings, it's more like a corral. You're just gonna naturally kind of
down
follow.
the chute.
It's real narrow. I get to my 2 legs, go.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not they're down the bottom.
Boy, I can't wait to draw that crap. You guys are moving into this town, kind of wading in, and as you look, you see a big skyscraper, 2 big skyscrapers. I mean, the city skyline it's kind of Cincinnati, so it's got some big skyscrapers. You notice between 2 of them, and it's getting to be nightfall. It's dusk. Not quite nightfall, but the sun is setting.
By this point, too, Maui would have fashioned a spear out of a telephone pole
Okay.
from the time we were resting.
If you notice in the picture I drew, he's got a telephone pole.
Yeah.
Because that's the
Big
second time he's
stone
used it.
spear tip on it. Yeah.
So you guys are moving through, and you see this spider web between these 2 skyscrapers not far away, and it's like from behind one of the buildings, you see something move, and you also notice there's something in the web. It's like backlit from the setting sun, so it's kind of. But there's a web between 2 buildings, and you see 2 large, not real large, but definitely your size, but not size 12. Let's
Okay.
put it that way.
Gotcha.
2 size 12 things in the web that are kind of still, but maybe moving. And just then, from behind, which kind of blots out the sun, you see the big 4 legs come around, spindly legs come around, and the spider body moves into view. Remember on the sanctuary, there was one that was known as Oracula?
Yeah.
Yes.
And it was a big spider, and it was a female.
Right.
And she was kind of like, don't even touch me.
Right. Right.
She's there.
Oh.
And when she blots out the sun, you get a better look at what's in the web. Giant houseflies, like size 12 houseflies,
Oh my gosh.
are kind of caught in the web, and she starts coming down the web and spinning them up. Looks over at you guys,
I'm like,
so you can see her, and she just kind of keeps wrapping the
It's
one.
mine.
Yeah, basically like, these are mine.
yeah. Can I say something to her?
You can. You don't know if she'll understand it or not.
Well, I mean, we probably tried to talk in the enclosure, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Where'd those come from?
Yeah, she doesn't. She's not fully sapient, so she doesn't know what you said. But she's like, you're pointing this way. She's like, no.
Yeah.
But as you do that, you hear coming your way. It sounds like Chinooks, like the big helicopters.
Yeah.
And as you look, there's like 5 of these flies flying at you. Like, and they're doing the zigzag thing. One of them actually flies into a parking garage and starts buzzing because he can't find the way out. He's just in there. It's a car alarm.
I
hate him around a giant light post.
Maui would actually take off after that one.
Okay. So there's one in the parking garage. They're flying around just like houseflies do. Big, trundling houseflies. And as you kind of look at that, everybody
having
roll
some,
notice.
Having some distortion on one of the microphones.
Oh, which one?
Which one? What?
I think it's Bobby's, which would be
Here?
yeah.
What's going on?
So it sounds
Who's saying this?
Jules.
I'll say something.
Anybody?
Anastasia speak.
Speak.
Hi.
Test.
I don't hear anything, so.
Huh.
So what is it?
Yeah,
Who's saying? Who's saying?
What platform?
Julie was saying that
What platform is she on?
Facebook.
Facebook?
So maybe
That's
it's just
weird.
Facebook.
Is it like
Sure,
what is it? What is it
You have
sounding like?
9?
Someone's mic is causing distortion. Probably
well,
can't fix on the
that's
fly, but
before.
something to watch for. I
before,
think
okay.
And then
sounds okay just then,
The
but it's
name.
weird. It's not all.
Well, no, I
not
mean,
all.
that-
It's not. It doesn't happen all the time.
one dice.
Okay.
Okay, 1 dice.
Or
Thank you for
it's
keeping
a
me on that,
D4
dear.
level. Okay, she's got a
I wonder
first
if it's
box of notice.
That one.
Yep.
Yours.
So it's a D4.
Even though
Have
the
that problem.
smarts is a D8,
I don't know.
Okay.
so she rolls a D4.
Yes.
This one's not on, is
Your
it?
skills and
Plus your
stats are separate. So,
Plus your special 6.
Red is off. It should be off.
Okay.
You mean 8. Because 8, isn't it?
no, you're,
Your
Oh, my wild card.
Wild
That's
card, yeah.
right.
so go ahead and roll notice, everybody.
Okay.
Notice.
Again, target number 4.
Where'd notice go?
I got 10 on my wild.
Under smarts.
5 under notice, 3 on wild.
Okay, so just the highest. So 5,
I got 10.
10,
Shit. 2 pops.
13.
13.
13, 14.
Oh, wow. Caretaker got a 9. All right.
Well, I was like,
You all notice, you 3 are just like there. As you're kind of watching these flies like flying around the city, you're like, what the? And something moves real quick out of the corner of your eye to everybody's right. And as you look, you see something large move through the streets. And it scurries. Anastasia, you rolled a 5.
Yes.
And Caretaker rolled a 9. So you guys see it as, oh, looks like the tail end of a beetle or something, a bug. You guys see it was a cockroach, like a really big cockroach. You saw the tail end of it go through. And it's just scurrying. And as it does, you kind of glance down the road and you see another one cross the street down there. And these would be like size 13.
oh.
Ooh, and a bug spray in the world
Yeah.
on those.
So,
Mallory's like, oh shit, which one do I after?
yeah. So you all see that. Caretaker's like, and in that robotic voice, he's starting to speak a little better. He's like, did you see that? After the cockroach?
After him.
Okay. So, yeah, you see Shiley just right around the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, Maui would probably take off after one of the faster moving cockroaches, I'm sure.
Okay, so you're gonna go after that.
Yep.
All right. As you guys are starting to move, you three are kind of standing there, and you see 3 of those flies are flying right at you. They kind of like swoop around, then they're making like coming right at you, like Yeah.
Right in the Valkyrie plane.
I love the smell of raid in the morning.
Yeah. Oh, thank goodness we don't know some place that sells
Okay,
monster
so-
size fly strips.
we are going to go into rounds.
Need cards, right?
Start following cockroaches. We're being
I
attacked
do
by
have a
flies.
set right here.
Yep, got a pack of cards.
So this is how Savage Worlds works with their initiative. It's done by playing card, just
Yeah.
like we do in Deadlands.
Like I said,
Okay.
it's Deadlands Light. So what you're going to do is everybody gets to draw 1 card.
Oh, so
And
a
it's
roll.
just nope, just everybody gets 1 card. And I will take a card for these guys. And 1 for Caretaker.
9.
You can flip it over. See what you got, Anastasia.
That's
You don't have to hide it.
goes from the highest to the lowest.
Ah.
Well, since I have a 6, I'm gonna go potty.
Okay.
Frank.
Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring.
I was going to
Card
ask
deck.
about that. Yeah.
And so I got a whole box of what I gave everybody.
So yeah,
Nice.
like I said, this is kind of Deadlands Light. In Deadlands, you remember you roll your quickness. Depending on how well you roll, you get so many cards, up to 5, and then that's your initiative. This, everybody just gets 1 card. That's your initiative. So it's keeps
So
it easy.
instead of having multiple attacks per round, is
In a way, just for some background, Deadlands Classic came out with the Great Rail Wars, which was for like Warhammer tabletop gaming with miniatures.
right.
And we've played that once before with the Memphis group, which was kind of fun. If you look at the system they used for the Great Rail Wars, it basically became Savage Worlds. Little minor differences, but everybody got 1 card. It was only 1 die instead of a bunch of die. So they took the Great Rail Wars and actually created the Savage Worlds system based on that, which was pretty cool. Good
Right on.
idea. All right. So we're going to count down aces, kings. Okay. King. The flies are going to. Let's see. There's 1 for each of you.
Would anybody like some more beans and toast while we still have it on the table?
I'm actually good.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll have one when we get done here.
Okay. What do you do with the bread?
In the seats.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the breads are here.
That's the my other
Oh, okay.
from upstairs. I didn't know he was bringing.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna have
Posted
some more
in the chat.
toast.
Those are popped 2 already, man.
All right, so basically the flies are moving at you. It looks like these flies are going to try and knock into you and Caretaker 5, just fly right into you. The one that's flying towards you,
Oh, one's coming towards me.
yeah, one's coming towards you, and as it does, you see it kind of like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like its stomach kind of undulates and it starts like whirling,
Oh, like it's gonna spit acid at me.
spit its digestive
Yeah.
fluid at you. And
Okay.
Hey, we got a cow that can probably kill him.
yeah,
Yeah.
on the king, it's going to do that.
Ooh.
So
Okay.
I don't know if there's jokers interrupt, but I think otherwise you gotta. I don't think you can vamoose. I don't remember.
I don't know.
So let me look at that.
You says beef water. Yeah, pretty gross.
Did you ever see Jeff Goldblum's The Fly?
Oh man.
Same. Oh, it's Mouse Maker.
Oh, okay.
She's jumping profiles or something.
Oh,
Oh wait, no, she was on TikTok. Now she's on.
Dennis.
Yeah,
is your-
Twitch.
Is yours playing?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you shut it off because we've been having connection issues. So.
Oh, you should have said something.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize it was on.
Always turn off everything when we're streaming,
Yep.
yeah.
and that means everything.
Oh, character on hold. Oh, okay. So you can put a card up your sleeve, hold, and then the only way you can interrupt if you don't have a joker is when it kind of like card up your sleeve. If you want to interrupt somebody, throw it down. Go ahead and do so.
Laugh Out Loud P Fodder is the name itself for my Sim Sports Leagues.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Nice. Well, thanks for stopping by and going, "Eee."
Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows. That's what it stands for. P Fooder. Pink fluffy. Kind of like I'm oftenly referred to as Fubar. So.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. So basically, one of the flies is coming at you, starting to drool, and it just it's just nasty, milky fluid goes right over your shoulder, and it hits a building, and it just kind of sits there. It's not like when she was being milked into a
Not her
dumpster,
acidic milk.
which sounds really bad. She was being milked into a dumpster.
Yeah. There's a shirt right there. Not as bad as her being milked in a dumpster. The Raconteur Society, Tuesday nights, 6 p.m. Central.
And then, P.S. Don't ban us.
Yes, don't ban us.
Anyway, it hits the building, and you can kind of see it kind of eating away at the concrete,
Okay.
but it's not as fast as hers.
Okay.
So it does that. The other two are going to basically fly into you and Caretaker 5. So you
Oh my goodness.
do have a chance if you
Look, I
have.
forgot to switch hats. I'm playing my kaiju now.
Yeah. Usually it's the other way around. You swat the fly, but the fly swatted you.
I swatted you.
Yeah.
Soviet Russia fly swats you.
Bigger fly.
All right, so agility D10.
A jolly T10? Is that what you said?
Agility D10.
Oh,
Jolly D10.
Oh, jolly D10.
all of you.
All right.
We ate some beans on toast. It was only we're English.
They come flying at you,
that better than
and you
a
managed to
rotate?
sidestep pretty easily. They rolled a 3, both of them. These guys are obviously flies because they're not bright.
Well,
They just kind of zoom. And it is, when you get a fly that flies by your ear,
yeah.
sounds like that.
They really freaking loud.
Automatically
Yeah.
flip my tail, flip, flip.
Yeah. Oh, I hate these guys. So they fly by. All
And
right.
you thought you got away from him.
I know.
Melting
I know. They're coming back and they're bigger.
Mouse Speaker says melting buildings, Salvador Dali stuff.
It will be when we're done.
Yep, it's gonna get weird.
All right. So, queens. Jacks. 10s. Okay. Caretaker 5 is going to try and swat one of these.
Pulls out a giant spice swatter.
Yeah, he could.
Swat.
Inspector Gadget. Go, Gadget, slaughter.
So that's D8. I didn't get one out.
Desiree Gomez has joined us on TikTok. Hello, Desiree.
Hey,
There it is. Okay. Ooh.
Oh,
Okay.
oh.
Hit.
Caretaker 5 explodes. Just joining us, we're playing Dawn of the Daikaiju, which is a Savage Worlds campaign game. And we are playing our Daikaijus.
Our giant Godzilla type monsters.
Yes, that's what a kaiju is.
Mine's a cow.
Mine's a Easter Island head.
That's a sandworm.
Well,
Mine's a
it's
big
not just the
robot.
head, it's the whole body, but Mike's is his butthole.
It's the biggest one you've ever seen.
Giant starfish.
Star.
We're not stealing that from anything, any movie.
Nope.
Trust me.
Because it's not that kind of starfish.
Okay, so one flies by Caretaker 5, and he just basically whack.
Takes out the building, doesn't he?
Looks at
Oh.
it flies, tumbles through the air, and hits the side of a building, slams into it, and it actually does the fly
Oh!
twitching, and he just whack. How the hell did I do that? Rolled like 70 points of damage. Times.
He's just splattered one of them. Again, the people in the building. Again, the people in the building now. They're sitting there typing away, look up, fly.
The window washer going, no, I quit.
No. There's guys on top of the building, across the windows, looks down
Guy
and
at
goes,
his desk with his fly swatter.
I quit.
Got him.
Gutsy move.
I'm so sorry.
I did not know.
Okay.
Mouse Marcus is paint.
He hits the window.
Splatter paint.
He hits the friggin' wind. There's like a fly in the window. He's like, ah!
Well, at the skyscraper, hopefully that window was shut.
Yes.
Instant PTSD from swatting flies.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Okay, so he swats one. Tens. And put that up the sleeve. All right. Jacks. Or I'm sorry, nines. Going the wrong way. Nine.
9.
Muy.
Stalking a cockroach.
Okay. It's up there, so you can kind of. What's your pace?
It is 6.
Okay, it's kind of moving a little quicker than you are, but not much. So it looks like it's going to turn, but you could probably attack it before it goes around the corner.
I'm gonna throw a spear at it
Okay.
from a distance. So
Okay.
it starts to turn. I'm gonna aim for its. Well, let me think. Cockroach. What part would kill a cockroach instantaneously? You can't chop the head off.
Down his
Keep going.
throat.
Yeah, on its throat.
Abdomen.
Okay.
So if he starts to turn, I chuck my telephone pole spear at it.
Okay. Go ahead. Roll.
That would be a throwing, right?
Yep.
So that would be a D10 plus a D6. Let's see what happens here. 15 plus the wild die or without the wild die?
Plus wild die.
16, 17, 18.
Oh, well, take your highest of the two.
Oh,
Don't add them.
16, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13.
13 is your highest.
Yes.
That hits with 2 raises. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Damage with that ranged is 5d10. 2, 3, 4. Do I need to roll a wild die with this also?
No, not on damage.
2 popped. And this is all added together, right?
Yes.
So 8, 9, 10, 14, 24, 34, 44.
44 points of damage?
Yes.
Roll even or odd. Let me know which one it is.
Well, I'll go odd. Odd.
Okay.
How odd?
Yep. You throw the spear. You chose odd, so you got odd.
Yep.
Okay. You throw the spear, and it like starts to go up on a wall.
Right.
And just as it does, I mean, that spear was going to bounce off its back.
Right.
But as it does, it goes right underneath and spears through it. And it just kind of falls on its back and twitches. I will tell you that if you would have hit its back, it wouldn't have done a thing.
But it bounced off probably.
They're
Or,
cockroaches.
well, they're right. They're armor plated, right?
So, okay. So that was 10s
9s.
or 9s, 8s, 7. Okay.
Let's see.
Henrietta, you got a fly flying by you. There's a couple more coming up, but the one that just flew by is closest.
I'm going to start flying and following her.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's see, what is... Okay. What's your flight at? Your pace is 14?
Yeah.
Okay. It's actually a little faster than you, but you notice when it flies, it's a house fly, so it doesn't fly in a straight line all around.
Yeah.
But you can kind of keep up to it. So you're going to chase this fly around. You're going to find out you're not going to be able to catch it, but you can follow it. Unless if it picks up speed, it'll outdo you. But right now you can follow it. You do see 4 more flies, and as you're up in the air and kind of glance down, you do see 3 cockroaches crawling around. Still, there you saw him from above spear one. There's 3 more wandering around, and one of them looks like it just crawled inside a building, like it's kind of hiding. But the other 2 are still on the streets, and Shailut is chasing one of them. So, but you can fly after the fly. Do you want to try and do anything to the fly? Because you're flying, but you got a free action. You can attack it or whatever, or one on the ground.
Probably attack something on the ground.
Okay.
There's no way I can catch up to that fly.
Right.
And it's not really doing much of anything, but the cockroaches are shifty, though. I'm trying to think. Ram or acid milk? Ram or acid milk?
Well, you are flying up above them.
Yeah, I'm going to go shoot.
The acid milk?
Acid milk.
Okay. There's the one that Shailut's chasing, but there's one closer to you that's just running through the streets, knocking over buses and stuff, and it's kind of moving towards you so you can fly over it.
Yep.
Okay, you gonna try that?
Fly over it, ready, aim, fire.
Okay. I'm not gonna make you roll to hit because he takes up the whole street and you're just basically waiting for him to get there. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Strength, D12. Thank you, Diddy.
D12 plus a D6.
Yeah, plus my wild card.
Oh, it's should be your ranged attack, isn't that like 40-10 or something? You'd have more.
Oh,
Yeah, you're right.
Damage.
Yeah.
40-10 damage.
Yeah.
You're just trying to hit with it.
Yeah. So you don't need that. Just 40-10. Don't add your 6-sider.
Okay. Thank you. Big money, big money.
10's pop.
Pop, 2, 4.
So 24 so far.
Yep.
But those both get re-rolled.
Roll those 2 10s.
Add it in.
24 plus.
5 and 1.
So 30 altogether.
30 altogether. Okay. Now this is going to be weird. You basically spray your acid.
You self-milk.
Yeah, the cow's up there. Rises up and lets loose. The cow's up there and just kind of.
People on the street go like, "Oh, what's going on, man?"
Again, the people in the building.
Gatling gunners.
There's a guy on the street with a crack pipe and just.
Nope, he's more like, "Nope,
I'm done.
I'm done.
I'm just everything in life now.
Walks right into a drug clinic.
Yep.
Yeah, you basically spray this cockroach with the acid milk. I never thought I'd say that sentence in my life.
Now the question is, the cockroach, is it going to evolve from it or die from it?
Actually, it hits the back and you can see it like. It doesn't penetrate the armor, but it's eating through the armor. So it's going to take damage like for the next couple rounds. So it'll weaken that spot because it's acid. So you either have to punch through their shell, their carapace, or what you're doing is basically eating through it.
Mass War Co-op Gaming. Hello.
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 As it eats away, that spot will become a soft spot. So it'll be easier to take them out. So you do that. All right, good job. That was 7s, 6,
6.
I think.
Since you're not really commenting, can you turn off the Facebook?
Yeah.
All I got to do is pause the
Already did.
video. It won't stop the chat. I got to pee.
So I will get. Is this thing faster than me? Okay, I'm above ground. I'm 6. Repeat.
Yeah, it's faster.
It is faster.
Wait a minute.
Everything's a lot better now.
No, it is. Oh yes, it can be faster, so it's moving a little quick. It has a running pace of 24 if it chooses to hightail.
Run then. Okay.
Jeez.
Well, I thought this just kind of disappeared around the corner.
Yeah, and then you followed it and got
I'm around the corner and at it, and since it's going faster than I am, I'm just going to go ahead and do my storm breath.
Okay.
With boulders at it.
All right.
Straight up. Yes.
Right up the jacksie. Okay.
Since I'm right behind it. So am I gonna have to do a 2-hit on that or?
No, just the breath to hit.
Wild die 2? Yes. No.
Yes, to roll to hit. Yes.
Oh.
9, 10, 11, 2 pops. Oh, I'm sorry. That was a different die. Okay, so 9. What was the other one that was there? Or did I just throw? I had 2 zeros, so I'll just go ahead.
Mouse said the window washer just cleaned the window, throws supplies to the ground, and quits his job.
Yep. She said that a little while ago.
Oh, I didn't do
yeah.
that.
16
That's it.
and 9,
We were too preoccupied with the acid
25. So 27.
27. Okay. Yeah, it kind of hunkers down when you hit it in the back. It just kind of bounces off, so it is going to pick up some speed, trying to get away from you. So, wait, that was to hit, or was that?
That was the damage.
That was the damage. Okay, yeah, it doesn't really do much to it. So it's gonna start picking up some speed and try and scurry away from you.
Okay.
And I had a 6 of club.
Okay, so
Good
go
job.
ahead.
All right. So the one that spat at me kind of stopped, or is it swinging by, or what's it doing?
It's flying by.
Okay. Can I leap up and tackle it?
To grab it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and make an agility check
All
if
right.
you have. Well, fighting. You could use fighting.
I fight in agility. Yep.
Okay,
Hold on,
so
there's something else too.
make a fighting check.
Okay. So that's D10. I'll die.
Target number 4.
9.
Okay, so you reach up, grab it, and
Yep.
you've got it held with a raise.
And then can I still do something else, or is that my action?
No, you can do something else.
So as I jump up, I'm gonna spin around and chuck it into the web
Oh, okay.
if I can.
Yeah, try. Yeah.
Or if basically if I can. Yeah. Or basically, I'm trying to chuck it to the web.
Okay. You'll have to wait till your next action.
All right.
So you've got it, and you can kind of steer it toward the web, kind of thing.
All right. So I'm grabbing it. I'm gonna try and land down near the web and chuck it into it for next round.
Okay. Sounds good.
If I can, actually, since I got a hold of it, can I rip off its wings?
Yeah, you could do that.
All right.
It's an
Just roll my
LED,
strength?
so-
You don't even have to. They're just fly wings, so you can
Yeah.
pluck them right up.
Just basically, I don't know if I can do both because I got my hands on him. So,
Yeah, you might be able to pick one off.
all right. Well, I'll do that. As I'm grabbing land, I'll rip off one of the wings and chuck it off to the side.
Okay. All right. You start doing the. All right. Is that everybody's cards?
Yes.
All right. New round.
All right, everybody shuffle them and draw some, or draw some more. You don't shuffle.
You don't shuffle, right? Till you get Joker.
Not until you get jokers.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
I looked at it. Here you go.
Aces. Kings. Queens. Queens. Yeah, the cockroach is gonna take off and kind of dart around a corner and try and lose you. The other one is going to keep moving forward. It's going to take more damage. So yeah, it's going to keep running forward, trying to find a place to hide. That's all you see right now. And Jax. Okay.
So basically, I'm gonna basically try and force it into the web and land on the ground.
Okay.
As I do so, I'll rip the other wing off and basically chuck it in there.
Okay.
Right.
Go ahead and make a fighting roll.
Okay. Popped. 15.
You rip the wing off and manage to actually like drop kick it, like throw it, kick it into the web and land on your feet.
Score!
Yeah. So it lands in the web. You see Oracula kind of like recoil for a minute and then just like, oh,
I'll do that.
go down.
Give her a thumbs up.
Yeah. Probably hisses at you a little bit, but then she's fine. Okay. So there's that.
Do the Tyler Gamma Man
Yeah.
animated kick.
Tens. Okay. Let's see.
What is Anastasia? 5?
Yeah.
Couple more flies come out. The one from the parking garage finally breaks out and literally like busts through a wall to get out.
Oh, jeez.
So there's 5 flies that are kind of buzzing around. Looks like they're all going to go to...
Mouse Maker says, the window washer who just cleaned
Yeah.
the window. The flies are correct with the job.
Yeah, I think 3 of the flies are going to go for Henrietta because that's like a natural enemy for them or natural attraction. Ooh, cow.
Right?
The 3 of the flies are going to go for
Feed the roaches something laced with baking soda. They'll die. They're dead.
and then one of the flies is going to head for you and one of the flies will head for Caretaker 5. And they're just kind of getting around to do that, so that's what they're doing. 9s?
Yep.
What you got?
I'm going to go ahead and
9
continue.
of...
Spades.
Oh, 9 of spades. These are simultaneous.
Okay.
Oh, what am I talking about? It's Caretaker, so never mind.
Okay.
What are you going to do?
Continue chasing after the one, but if he's going to be going in a straight line, once
he turns.
he turns.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll get around the
The
corner
worm is turned.
and
As the worm
then
turns.
dive under so that next turn I'll be able to go faster.
Oh, makes sense. Okay. So you dig underground.
Yeah.
Okay. If you want, unless you want to do something else, you can put that up your sleeve. Because for you, going underground is not
Okay.
really an action.
All right.
It's more like moving. So, okay. Caretaker 5. He's not going to take a chance on swatting. He's going to shoot that fly out of the air. Let's see. So
That's one of the 3.
Hmm.
That one of the 3, the one that broke out of the garage.
this is probably the one that broke out of the parking garage.
Okay.
Because then the 3 went to her, 1 went to him, and 1 went to Caretaker. And he's going to shoot the one that's coming at him. He hit. Okay. You see him just kind of like raise up. His hand does that, transforms like, you see the fingers basically bend all the way back and like retract into his gauntlet.
Yeah.
And then the whole thing comes out like Bumblebee. and starts
Oh, yeah,
spinning.
yeah. Okay.
Sweet. Basically, boom. And the street below is covered with green goo. You see what looks like there's actually a couple vehicles moving around on the street. You now notice, like as you start going underground, a city bus comes around the corner, and you go underground, and Shiloh just has enough time to see the people in the bus, like, ah! It's like 30 people in this bus, just holy shit, and you go under them. And it looks like these are like the city has been evacuated. The humans, General Richter would have told you when you got up to the city and started to depart, or on your way to the city in the helicopter, you'd be like, city's already been mostly evacuated. There might be some straggler survivors who are trying to get out, but most everybody is gone. So help who you can if anybody's in there. So this bus drives over you, and it's just like, oh my god, swerves
Cinematic
around the
moment
hole
there.
you just made, and then there's a couple other, like where he shot the fly. You see what looks like a delivery truck, just hightailing it with a cockroach like coming after it, and the truck goes, it's like the marshmallow scene with. And it screeches to a halt, stops, hits a telephone pole, and you notice the windshield wipers just. Nobody gets out of the truck. The cockroach sees that and bolts down another corner. This is the one that's got the hole in its back. Just kind of woo, like, oh my god,
And Jerry.
takes off. All right,
I've known him since he was a maggot.
8, 7, 6, 5. Okay.
So
You've got 3 flies headed your way because you're a cow, of course.
yeah, and I'm also flying as well.
Yeah.
Horns locked. I'm ready to charge.
You gonna charge one
I'm
of them?
gonna charge one of them.
Okay. All right.
So since they're so big, are they really house flies?
Oh.
Or they're horse flies.
Yeah, well,
Or
they're big enough to be
Flies
a house
in a house.
outside of a
Okay,
house.
so
2-story
Sounds like
house
house
flies.
so we get +4 damage, tack +4 damage if I charge. So
Oh, so make a fighting check.
check. Let's see.
That's up under agility.
Yeah, I got 2 blocks on that. So
Okay,
So
so
it's a D6.
D6.
okay.
Plus your
And-
special D6.
Now, don't forget, it said you get +4.
Yeah, for
On
damage
damage?
and additional +4 for charges.
Okay, so
So it's
go ahead and roll to see if you charge and hit him.
6.
Like, yep,
That's
that'll
gonna
do it.
Wild
Pop-
6.
They both pop.
Roll them again and add it again. Keep track of which one is which.
Both 8. For the final
Oh,
count.
8. Okay, that's 2 raises. So you are going to hit one dead on. The flies are like, let's take this cow out. It's our turn for revenge. They're like, the one in the middle's like, I am so dead. And you basically, and it's weird because not only is the cow flying, but all of a sudden it hits the afterburners. Your face is like
Right off the backside.
15. So, damn it, man, you've done like, you see, like, you're Superman, the Flash just won the race. This cow just,
Like you see, like the lights of light speed kick in.
yeah. Yeah, the way the fly sees it is like the hyperspeed from the Millennium
Yeah.
Falcon with all the eyes. It's just a bunch of cows coming at it.
All right. You knew that flash ones had glitter.
So, roll your strength.
Okay. That's 12. So that's
And don't forget to add, don't add the wild die, just your D12.
D12. Okay.
And then
Where's
it's
12 at?
plus 16.
Yeah, make sure that's written on the side of your strength +16.
+16. Yep. 3 and the 16 be 19.
And then a D4 for your horns.
Okay.
Add that to it.
Thank you. 1.
Okay. And another D4 for your charging.
3.
Okay.
Got the wild dice too, don't you?
Not on damage.
Down on
Non damage.
Okay. So altogether that was 24?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Or 23, whatever. But you got a raise. So you kick it into high gear. Yeah, it's like
This cow is
the
gone
angry cow
subsonic.
punch, and you basically headbutt the fly that's flying at you, and it's okay.
Head on.
Yeah, head on. So Henrietta is the windshield. fly. Basically splatters. You're going so fast it gets like off of your face, but you do have it like
Off the tips of your
on
ears.
especially on your horns.
Yeah.
And there's probably like one of the fly part of the segment of eye on your horn, and you've got like a trail of green ooze down your middle of your back. So,
Jump in the ocean, it's bad.
Cincinnati has a rivers.
yeah. So basically fly right through it. No pun intended. Okay. That was 7s, 6s, 5s, 4s. Okay. What you
I
doing?
retrieve my spear
Okay.
and go hunting
Yeah.
another one.
All right. As you pick up that spear, you do hear one scurrying, and you just heard Caretaker's arm blaster go off, and off around that direction. It's like it's kind of like you're on a grid. So you look down the street. There goes that one with the hole in its back running. So you can go chase after it.
Yep.
You can intercept it because, like we said, you use the streets and the god of the hunt, so you can kind of like
Yep. Get
hit
ahead
him
of it
off
and-
at the pass or get into a better shot.
Yep.
So you can take your shot.
Do I know that it's got a weakened spot?
Yes, you can see it
Okay.
as it's running. That's kind of like that's fine whiff of smoke.
It's coming off the back.
You can
That
tell.
roach is steam powered.
Yeah, instead of that dark brown mottled back wing shell thing, you see what looks like a nice mahogany pink, juicy roach meat.
Oh, that's
That
gonna
you're
be
like,
good.
ooh, delicious.
It's still bubbling.
Yeah.
Mighty Togar
I'm going
says a
to,
heart and a rose.
That's me. That's me.
Yay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mike.
He's got a heart on. How do I do attack again? I'm just gonna jump on it this time and stab it.
Okay, fighting.
Fighting. Fighting.
Yeah, if you're throwing it, it'd be throwing. If you're gonna jump like
6.
wrestling style, it's fighting.
So a D8 plus a.
What's your wild die?
Hey. Oh, I rolled a wrong die on that one. Hold on. Sorry. My wild die popped, but I rolled a D10 instead of a D8. Hang on. Yeah, I'm glad I did. Wow. Right in the trash can.
Good shot.
Oh, right there, that's trash can.
That would have been 9. 6, 7, 8, 9, yeah.
Okay, so you hit with a raise. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Oh, let's see. So that would be, what would that be again?
Whatever.
It's not ranged. It's
No, it would be your strength plus probably, I would say, a D6 for the spear.
strength plus a D6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't forget, it's D12 plus 16 for your strength.
I know. I know. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 26.
Okay. You come down right through it and basically pin it to the street. It twitches and kind of tries to scurry and then just curls up. Dies. Okay.
Boy,
Poor dude.
Roach Slayer.
Anybody else got cards?
Nope.
Okay, next round. Not last round, next round.
Last round. Ow. Oh, punched. Microphone.
Aces.
Ooh.
Ace?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay.
Ooh, she goes first.
All right.
I got a heart. I got a diamond. You've got a what? Club.
Yes.
Okay, so diamonds will go first.
Okay. All right. So what do we got going?
You've got
on?
another fly headed right at you.
Okay.
He looks like he's like,
All right. I'm basically gonna
puke again. That's what they do.
stamp down in place.
Did you get some beans? What happened?
Stamp in place and basically do that. Turn into the big gun.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That was how it sounded too.
Just like Being Batman did.
Yep. All right. Okay. So that would be shooting stuff.
Shooting. If you got it.
Okay. Let's see. Is that the actual skill or what do I range attack?
Well, it'd be a ranged attack, yeah.
So
It would be shooting, technically.
shooting, so I don't really have
Well, actually, ranged attack would be more your agility.
just my agility since
Yeah.
it's my power.
Yeah, since it's a racial ability you have.
All right, so D8, D6. I got a 6.
Okay, you hit.
Okay, so that's 5d10, and it's armor piercing. 12, 24, 48.
Oh yeah, I got an AP 29 too. I forgot.
Okay, so 5d10. That's what I'm hoping I do.
That's like the flies. Your armor piercing, you're piercing their armor, but the cockroaches only from below or in the weak spot.
Right.
Their armor is like 70 on the back. So that's why, like your sandstorm probably would have easily taken out one of the flies, but the cockroaches,
26.
the armor stopped it.
26.
26?
Yeah.
Okay. You do the same thing. The fly's like, and you just, it vaporizes the fly. You actually hear up in space, they hear zap.
The space station was like, did somebody turn on a giant fly swatter down there? Yes.
Cincinnati bug zapper. That's the new drink they invented, the Cincinnati bug zapper.
Bug Zapper.
Brought to you by Gamerman. What's in it? Some of that dribblings that we've got off the street.
It's going straight to
Stuff we scraped off the side of the building.
Yeah.
It's like instead of the worms that are like, no.
So yeah, you basically zap the hell out of that thing. All right, that was aces. You got an ace.
Yes.
What are you gonna do? The other two kind of start to turn around,
Yeah.
so you can either try and charge another one or do something different.
Whew, I may have to land. Because I'm a mess.
You are kind of drippy.
Yeah, I'm nasty. I'm landing.
Okay, so you land on the ground.
Yes.
Nasty.
You land,
nasty.
and one of the flies is going to kind of follow and kind of dive bomb you, so you can do something. Landing is just a free action. So if you want to punch it or headbutt it or
I'll probably headbutt the bugger.
headbutt the bugger.
Headbutt the bugger.
Okay.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll fighting,
Fighting.
and this will be with your wild die.
Yep.
Hey, one of them popped.
One pop.
One popped.
Wild die popped.
I got three.
You just the 6.
Yeah.
Pop.
The
You
6
get-
popped.
Yeah, you get to roll it again and add.
Yeah. 9.
Ooh. Okay, 2 raises again. So it flies down. You just kind of wait for it, rear back, and just, boom. Roll your strength.
Okay.
This is the strangest.
12 sided
That
die.
cow just headbutted that fly.
11.
And plus the 16, 27.
27 plus 4 for your horns. So a d4.
31.
Yes.
I'm sorry, is it plus 4 damage or plus 4d4 damage? Or d4?
Plus 4, I think.
Plus
I have
4.
more. Yeah.
Okay, so just straight add 4 to it.
Okay.
I was thinking it was a d4.
No. Plus 4.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you're like, ooh, I feel kind of nasty. Hey, it's another bug. It's just like a balloon full of fly innards. And you popped it with your teeth.
Yes.
So you're like, I better land. I'm filthy. Pop. I'm really filthy. Okay. So you're standing there kind of doing the,
Yeah.
I'm just
Remember-
shaking
remember
my
the
head,
end of the-
shaking my body like.
remember the end of the first Men in Black when they were in the roach and they, oh,
Yeah.
Okay, exactly. These hooves on that, you have to shake your head. Go, oh
yeah,
Jesus.
yeah. Okay, so kings, queens, jacks, tens,
10.
10. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So I'll be able to catch up with the roach underground.
Yeah, probably, and you
Okay.
can hear him up
Yeah.
above, so you can
And then
come up
just
from under him.
Come right up from under him and maw bite.
Okay.
Ooh,
Oh
nice.
shit.
Now I've got to increase damage here. I didn't see it here earlier. of an additional 3d12 plus 16. Is that just with my mouth
Yes.
attack then?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so do I need to make the attack roll?
No, I'm not going to worry about it because you're actually taking this thing by surprise.
3 12s.
3d12 plus 16?
Yep. Okay. Where's all my 12s at?
I don't know where you put them.
Here's one. Okay, here's 2 of them.
That was a personal problem.
Okay, 2, 2, and a 10. Okay, so that's 14 plus 16 is 30.
30? And you're coming up from below?
Mm-hmm.
That's not where the armor is. So you basically come up and just... And you bite into it. Do you go back underground?
Yeah.
So basically,
Oh no.
he goes up. Just imagine a
Fold backwards
cockroach.
and have.
Yep.
Here's the shell. Here's the meaty part. He just comes up, and the shell just breaks apart.
He
He just ate.
gutted it.
Yeah, remember in Indiana Jones when they're eating the bugs?
Yeah.
And he and leaves the shell.
Yeah.
That's what he just did.
Oh,
Oh god, I always
You
hated
do
that.
that, and the cockroach kind of skitters to a halt and just falls to pieces.
think
You're like,
cover fly goop was bad. I
Yeah.
think that topped over.
Yep.
No.
Okay, so that's that. What was that? 9s?
That
Wow.
was a 10.
10s. Okay. Yeah. He's gonna do that. Okay.
9s.
9s, yeah. Sorry. 9s, 8, 7. One of the other flies, the last fly on you, Anastasia, is going to try and puke on you.
Why not?
My brothers!
How they taste.
You can have this fly.
You know, puke on you and then lick up his brother's.
He's mad because you wiped it off. Oh, why would you do that?
Yeah. Man, that's a flavor saver, man.
She looks so delicious, but I'd have to kill her.
Oh, okay. Ooh. Oh, it's gonna hit you with
Ow.
the acid, and that is. What is your armor? Or I'm sorry, what is your toughness?
Well, armor 30, 16, and it wasn't it like
Oh, your toughness should be in one of those little hexagons.
we increased it like those like double. It was like an 8.
I know she probably doesn't have it.
Yeah, we figured out. I think it was 54.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
54 in total. Yeah.
Oh, and then you
Yeah, I
'cause
don't.
you upped your armor and took obese, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's 55.
Yep.
Okay. The puke hits you, doesn't even phase your toughness.
Yeah.
You're just like, But that slime is now covered in like stomach acid, and it's starting to burn off, and you're like, it's a little itchy, but it's cleaning. It's almost like you had really bad dandruff and put Head and Shoulders on
Yeah, and it
and
tingles.
waited.
Tingles.
You're like, hey.
Hey, it's working.
So you just kind of stand there as it puked on you and flew by, like, and
That's like a dose of icy hot you don't want.
yeah.
Right.
So that was 7 6s. Caretaker 5 is going to look over at that church, kind of like glance over there, and he sees you, and he's like,
Okay.
and he's going to basically take his arm blaster and start moving toward the church kind of slow.
Okay.
So he's going to put that up his sleeve. 5s. Okay.
Retrieve take my spear out of it.
Spear,
I
okay.
see those two moving.
You see those two moving toward the church.
I will join them.
Okay.
I'll put that up my sleeve.
All right. And then 4s. Does anybody else have cards?
No.
Oh, okay. Next round.
You turn in your up the sleeves in or not?
No, keep those.
Sorry, man.
So, is there any obvious other bugs that
There-
have been dealt with above street level here?
Only that you know of. Well,
From the point of view of the humans in the chopper.
oh, from the point of view of the humans, there was that one big cockroach that headed for the church and was like scurried inside of it. There's the fly that just puked at Henrietta and flew by. And as far as they can tell, that's it. The others, there's 3 in a web, and Oracula's starting like she's got the napkin,
Little silverware.
fine dining.
Yeah.
Hamas is going to try to concentrate and empathically indicate what direction Shiloh should go for the
Oh,
one
okay.
that's in the church.
All right.
Nice.
Roll your spirit.
Damn it.
8.
Okay. Yeah, you get a raise, so you're kind of like, go to the church, you big worm. And Shiloh's like, ooh, yeah, okay, sounds good. So underground.
More bug guts. Yum, yum, yum.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving underground.
Kind of the most direct route.
Okay. Meanwhile, after all this fly stuff, you guys are in the helicopter. Let's go back to this.
Okay, switch
So you're
maps.
flying the helicopter, and you're like, all right. Well, there they are. Oh my God. It's like green oceans of goo flying in your helicopter.
Like, oh, God, oh, God.
So the guy's like, put us down. So he's like, there.
Everybody seasick yet? Yeah, good.
So-
Me too. Warm.
After Shiloh
All the soldiers are
had eaten the bug from below, Hamas is kind of like, I don't know what it was, but he liked it.
You guys put down on a parking garage,
Right.
and it shut the. He's like, okay, we got to get out.
Everybody's probably seasick at this point.
And all of a sudden, the side about 20 feet away from you explodes. The roof explodes, and this fly just. That was when the fly exploded.
Oh, shit.
Escaped
Okay.
the parking garage. So
Oh,
you guys
yeah.
are there, and you're like, the leader of the military op is like, we need to get to this address where this guy is and secure him.
Go, go, go.
Okay.
I'll secure the helicopter.
Sergey's like, I've got it. And he pulls out like that one of the big elephant gun assault rifles.
Right.
He gets out and he sets up a tripod and he's kind of like, any fly comes near me.
Okay, then I guess I'll go with them.
Yeah. So you guys all pile out. And it's like I said, it's a team of, I think, 5 or 6 guys. 2 guys are going to stay on the roof. The other 3 are going to escort you down to the street. You guys get through the street. As you find this address, which isn't too far away, like maybe
And we'll take samples as we go.
7 blocks. You guys are, as you're running through the streets, it's like giant fly body hits. Cockroach runs by like a subway train. Was that the hell? What was that?
That was a hell
are
of something.
dodging basically what's going on above you. You're running through the streets dodging it.
Right.
And like, look, it's clear. Oh my God. Oh, don't, it's like, it's Gamma Man. Vaporizing the fly. Like, that was horrific. I don't know if I want to buy that toy.
PTSD.
You guys managed to run through and you find what looks like an old apartment building that looks like it's condemned. This is his address. But as you look at the building, you notice like part of the upper floor has been like taken off.
Fly plastered. Or,
No, just taken off. Like the top of the building is gone.
oh shit.
You can kind of see inside. So as you guys go up to the building, you basically, the doors open, a lot of the windows are broken. It looks like something big came out of this building.
Oh, yeah.
And as you guys go up to the door and open it, you do see some of the floors, something came out and went up. And as you look, there's a staircase that leads down. Most of the first floor is gone. And as you look down, you see what looks like a laboratory down there. And there is a guy with his lab equipment, and he's basically watching like laptop monitors. And you hear him kind of like cussing. And like, son of a bitch, don't fly that, you idiot. Come on. And he's wearing what looks like a lab coat, and he's got white hair. That's
Does he look like?
he looks like a scientist, but you saw the drawing that Elizabeth did of that
Right.
entomologist. Looks like him.
Okay. Hey, dickhead!
He looks up, and he's like, son of a...
I jumped down on him.
Okay. It's a floor below.
I know.
Okay.
He's a Hawaiian.
The military,
Jumps off cliffs all the time.
that's true. The military guys pull their guns up. It looks like he's reaching for something, and then you jump.
Yeah.
So you jump down, you tackle him off the chair. Go ahead and make a fighting roll. Just make sure you don't roll.
Other one. Hold on.
You guys see this? What are you guys doing? The military guys, one is staying up here. The other two are going down the stairs. Hitomi is probably going to run down the stairs after the military guys.
Okay.
Ooh.
Is the girl with us?
Yes.
Yeah.
17.
I will actually stay behind with the girl.
Yeah. And Anna's there 10 of 2, kind of like, oh no. And Anna's probably like freaking out a little bit, seeing the guns and everything else.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'll try calming her down.
Okay. So you guys stay up there with the girls.
She can roll her spirit, I guess. She could roll her spirit.
Yeah. Yeah. If anybody wants to calm Elizabeth down, go ahead and roll
That
your
would be
spirit. If you have persuasion, you can use
No,
that.
I'm otherwise occupied. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Rob, you jump, leap into the air. We can do this really cool. If this was a movie,
Yep.
you leap off the first floor, and outside,
Yep.
Moy is leaping into the air with his spear.
Yeah. Get him, boy.
Just like Valis did.
So you guys both leap into the air at the same time. He lands on the roach, you land on the scientist and tackle him out of the chair. You rolled so well, you grab him out of the chair, throw him onto the ground, so you land on him.
Right.
Relax, buddy.
Yeah.
You land on him, you tuck and roll, so you hit him, lean over, slam him into the ground,
Right.
roll over again, and slam him into the ground.
Yeah.
That is definitely a bold move.
Right.
So you basically just braced yourself with the entomologist.
Yep.
And he's like, yeah, the wind knocked out of him, all that stuff. So you got him pinned. You guys are all up there. Hitomi goes down with the soldiers. And,
Did you roll? Well,
oh yeah, did anybody roll the,
5.
add your wild die? Did you do that?
Yeah, I'll try. 2. Just be the 2.
Okay. So basically, with a 5, you
Yeah,
managed
you
to
do it.
kneel down, calm her down, keep her looking away from the guns.
yeah.
So she does start to kind of calm down and kind of more like hug you
Yeah.
and kind of like, oh, you're safe.
Yeah.
So you guys can do that. Downstairs, the military guys come running up. Freeze, freeze. The Hitomi's looking around the lab, and she's like, oh. Looks over at one laptop that's like scrolling numbers, and there's a canister next to it. So basically, you're going to find out.
Yeah, because Anna will come down there after she's okay. And then,
You're going to collect all this stuff, take him alive.
Right. Oh yeah, he's alive. He just can't breathe.
Yeah, he's just.
Got the wind knocked out of
Got
him.
him like a chicken wing. You motherfucker.
So you guys pick him up, get the samples and everything you need, the laptops that you guys think you might need, and start heading back out. Back outside. We've still got the fly that just flew past you, and
that's kind of cool. You put the people in there this time. So
yeah, I think I'm doing more of that. I think they didn't have it in the book, but now that I'm writing my own stories to get you up, well, yeah. You guys heading for the church. There's the one fly that passed you. You see these 4 guys kind of converging on a church. So I don't know if you
Yeah,
want
because
to.
might be in that whole still the moon, you know, and got a spirit behind him. Like, okay.
Yeah, and it's like Caretaker 5's got his gun up, just kind of moving through the streets like a cop. He looks like
Almost
a police
my
officer.
tie-ish.
So you can either join these guys at the church, or you can deal with this fly.
Guys, you got a hose? I'm full of guts and acid. Get over here. Ding, 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 ding.
Shut up, I'm busy.
I can hear the people like, ah, that thing.
It's like from Notre Dame is the bell she wears.
That's the end of the world.
The hunch udder of Notre Dame. Sanctuary. Take me back to the sanctuary. Anyway,
We're going there now.
so you guys, you're gonna kind of join them.
Join them,
Okay.
yeah.
The fly kind of like, gosh, she's really gross now.
Well, that's great.
That's really interesting. Oh, look, a screen door. So you guys start heading for the church. As you get there, it's kind of like, okay, that was, what was the last card we had? 5s?
No, I don't even know if he did cards yet.
We dealt cards.
Oh, but we haven't done the
We
cards.
haven't done it
Okay,
yet.
I'm
Because
sorry.
we did the human
So it's
stuff.
this round.
Yeah.
So aces.
Ace of Hearts.
Ace of Hearts. You're getting up towards the church. There's something going on. If anybody wants to, if you don't have a card up your sleeve, you can turn that upside down and it'll be up your sleeve. And what that means is if something happens, you can react to it faster.
Yep.
Yeah,
So,
up my sleeve.
okay. Kings. Queens. Jacks. The fly is going to... he's going to perch on one of the nearby buildings. Okay. 10s, 9s, 8s, 7, 6,
Yes.
6.
Yeah.
We're real low.
Do you have a card up your sleeve, or do you want to put it up your sleeve, or you want to?
I do not.
Okay. What do you want to do?
So I have a question. Could I lift the church up without damaging it, possibly?
No.
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 Okay.
Yeah. You would actually shatter the foundation at the very least.
Okay. All right.
You could
Crumbly.
pick it up and set it over, but it'd be like
Time for new church.
nobody steps in on church in my
I
town.
know.
We're looking at this all wrong. He's a sailor. He's in New York. Look at this guy lay.
Yeah. I'm gonna go up. Can I hear what's going on in there?
It's oddly quiet. Like
It's because he
eerily
just
quiet.
ate the preacher.
It's the cockroach that ate Cincinnati.
All right. The game man's gonna kind of come up, way down, so you can see in the door wherever it went in through, and basically he's gonna look in there.
Okay, as you look, you see like these feelers,
Yeah.
and the cockroach that went in there is a little bit bigger than the others, and it's staring right back at you, and its mandibles start moving.
Okay.
So you look down, you see it. It looks big and not happy. So you can do another action, or you can finish putting up your sleeve, or whatever you want to do.
Reach in, grab it, yank it out.
You can try.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Grandma's like, he kind of looks at probably you and like,
I'm like,
you're like, get rid of the spear.
Go ahead and
I'll ready myself. He's like, pull it out.
Anybody has 3 semi-truckloads of boric acid?
yeah,
Yeah, just here waiting. All right, so fighting
fighting.
Come here, you little bitch.
6.
Okay, so you grab it,
Yep.
start pulling it out.
Yep.
As you start yanking it out through the front, the
Yeah.
church crumbles, and you're like, "Yeah, come here." The cockroach breaks through the church, and you see these like dragonfly-like wings kind of sprout from its back, shatter the roof of the church,
Yeah.
and and it starts floating up.
Okay.
Oh,
we
hell.
You
hold
notice it's
on.
like this weird cockroach
I'm using my
dragonfly music.
card up my sleeve.
Okay, so and that's basically it's going to fly
No, it's not.
and it's going to try and attack somebody because as it has the arms,
Yeah.
you know
Well, I'm right there. Hold on to
the
it.
dragonfly tail ends in like a scorpion stinger,
Oh, okay.
and it starts to twitch. So
As soon as it starts to take off, I react.
Okay. Well, so is Caretaker 1.
Yep.
So
Everybody's got a. Well, I got a card up my sleeve.
Who got a card up their sleeve?
I am.
Everybody.
Join.
Okay, so everybody who has a card up their sleeve, here's how we're going to resolve this. Yeah, make a smarts check. Highest roll goes first.
Oh no.
I need
Dun, 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 dun.
Is that with a luck die?
Yeah, with your wild die.
Well done.
Only got 2.
10.
5 with the 8-sided die. And
Was this the same one we saw, or is it a different one?
Yeah, it was the same one you saw.
Oh,
You
okay.
thought it looked like a regular cockroach, but apparently it wasn't.
Okay.
I got a 5 and 5.
So 5 is the highest for you, 2 is
10.
the highest for you, 10,
10.
15 for Caretaker. As this thing flies up, Caretaker 5 is... he just puts it right to the stinger tail. You're going to try and shoot the tail off. So... I'm going to spend a Benny. Ooh! 10. So that'll do it.
It's pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
Everyone's like right there, and it's like, "Rrrr."
Crazy demon, cockroach,
Jesus.
dragonfly, scorpion.
Okay. Basically, it flies up. You see that tail twitch and like uncurl, and it's looking at you, and
Yeah.
it looks like it's either going to stab you or you because you're both right there. And all of a sudden, you hear,
Yeah.
and it explodes in a little bit of nasty ichor, and the stinger tail like and sticks in a car.
Yeah.
Caretaker just like. Yeah. He just launches it, and you actually see him kind of like and turn it back to the hand.
Okay.
Like, I'm done with that. So, okay. So 15, 10
10.
was next. What are you going to do?
Leap up with spear, stab it right in the face.
In the face. Okay.
Try to pierce sever the,
Yeah. Cut the head off.
right.
Okay.
So even though it's still alive, it don't know what it's doing.
Okay. Go ahead, and here's the deal. You'll have to make a fighting check.
Or even just up from what, yeah.
Fighting check, but since you're calling a shot,
Oh, wait. He's up in the air, right?
yeah.
So his entire underbelly
You
is.
could just,
Yeah.
his entire underbelly.
So no cold shot, just
Just stab.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and
as
roll.
hard as possible.
Yay.
So that is a, I'm sorry,
That'll be a fighting check.
fighting check, right? Come on.
And since we're all interrupting at the same time, this all happens kind of simultaneously. What are you guys doing? You
I'm
see?
bursting up from beneath and launching myself straight up to
Chomp.
chomp his underbelly.
Okay. And
I think I'm gonna do the most weirdest thing you ever heard a cow do.
Oh, we haven't seen that yet.
It's gonna get worse.
It's gonna get worse.
I'm gonna be going into flight and gonna go bite him right in the eye.
okay. That's freaky.
This is turning into a Ren and Stimpy episode.
So
No. Give me your eye.
Hang up on the dragonfly cockroach.
no, sir, I don't like it.
I want it.
It's a gangbang.
I do for rubber nipples.
Go ahead and roll your fighting.
That was 9 to hit.
Okay, so you definitely hit. You got a raise. Go ahead and roll.
See, some guy ain't moving.
So this is a strength roll plus.
Move out of Cincinnati.
The military are like, God, I'm glad they're on our side today. Today.
Would anyone else like another one? Or did we eat them all?
No, those are for.
For
When
Brad.
Brad comes back.
When Brad comes
Oh,
back.
did we all the other ones?
Brad and Bobby.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought that was the open package. I'm like, oh,
I'm sure you can get another one.
yes,
at that
next
time.
time. Yes.
17.
17.
What do I roll for damage, right? It's strength.
It's your strength. which is D12 plus 16,
Oh, hold on. Yeah. What did I say it was?
17.
So add 12 to that.
29.
29.
Okay. And then plus a D6 for your spear.
30, 31, 32, 33.
33.
Yep.
Okay. Right through its throat,
Yep.
sideways.
Yep.
Just rip the head off.
Yep.
You had a 5.
Yes.
You come up, it's like, ah! It's on my eye. It's on my eye.
I can see this.
Hold on.
Oh, I can even better. Like, sever head. Head starts to separate. Shit bites the eye. It just takes off with
Yeah.
I can hear the $1 Million Man that. It's gonna go.
There's like another bigger bug. Ooh, you got a cow on your eye. Hold still. Hold still.
I'll get it. Don't move.
I mean, pick it off.
Oh, he's cows. My God.
If you move, it's gonna leak acid milk on you. Stop. Crap.
The cow finally got revenge on the flying critters. Me, will you
Bite me,
study it?
motherfuckers. I'm gonna bite you back.
Cow pies.
Okay.
Oh my god. And now we got a worm.
Yep. So basically, you have to roll.
No.
So, okay.
Oh, go ahead. Let
Here's
it
the
roll.
sequence of events. Look, he's in there. I'll grab him. Rip. Shatter through the church. I have a hold of him. Chunk. Rip. Blast his tail off. Bite his eye. And then all of a sudden the worm comes up.
Yep.
Scoops him out like ice cream.
Yep.
The dragon wings, the dragonfly wings kind of fall apart, but you see Shiloh like,
Even Logan's like, that's fucked up.
sucks it down like spaghetti and like goes back in the hole.
Yeah, grabs the shells as and crushes half the city.
Yeah.
Some stand there too. They're like,
Yeah. And basically after that's done, you've just got this empty, like 2 forelegs with some dangly little bits of leg and like the back of a cockroach, and you're like,
Turn around
It's now a chow game.
if it starts raining, you can just flip it over your head like an awning. So you guys,
it's
so basically that thing gets destroyed, and you guys kind of like, yeah, all right.
We'll set the shell down on top of the church. So, fix the roof. We go. It's good.
And the cow got
It's okay now.
I'm never going there. Yeah. So basically, you
Cow's
guys,
running around with a cockroach head in its mouth. All like freaked out.
It's like, time to go.
I was like,
yeah, the
Shit.
fly. Oh yeah, I forgot. The fly actually is cleaning itself, stops, and just dies of a heart attack. Just kind of falls off the building onto the street, twitches and like.
must have been 24 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. I was a mayfly. I'm done.
I'm done.
So you guys finish that. You instantly feel like the threat has been stopped and it's gone.
So the pole is
And
not there.
you guys kind of, as Daikaiju would know, that if you hadn't have stopped this and they would have bred and multiplied, that would have been bad.
Yeah.
That
So I
would
wonder
have
how
been
many,
very
how many cockroach eggs that damn worm just ate. That's what goes through Maui's
Yeah.
mind.
bad. Caviar.
Ugh.
So basically, you guys finish that, and once it's done, you can kind of move off out of the city and kind of move off in a direction, whatever.
This cow's heading towards the river.
I can
a
sense
good
that
idea.
Tane is nearby though.
Huh?
My eye can sense when Tane's nearby. So he'd probably like wander over by him.
Okay. So yeah, you guys, some of you, like you could probably go over to the river and start washing off just like a cow.
Yeah.
You'll probably go check on Thane. Caretaker 5 will go check on Hitomi.
Right.
Gamer Man, you're gonna go check on.
Well, no,
Anne.
you probably take the shell, and then as he's kind of walking through the city, seeing if anybody, because his minor is loyal human race,
Yeah.
so he's probably looking for like somebody that needs help or they're caught, or
Most everybody's gone now.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
We'll probably take the thing and like scoop up the guts,
Oh, and kind of clean the street.
clip of the thing, and then like, put it outside the town.
God,
Put in the river and she's
She's cleaning
Yeah.
up. She's like,
He comes- oh, I'm all
You see
clean.
the-
Steps right in the like.
if all the guts and the ass, you see the fish float up. Bloop, bloop.
like that van with the driver. He probably swipes it all off and boop, boop,
Yeah.
puts him off to the side. Thanks, Kim, man.
Thanks, man. Could you clean up the puke all over my shirt, please? Really gross.
Oh no!
So essentially, what's going to happen is you guys will all eventually kind of move over to the parking
people, yeah.
garage towards your thing, and they've got this guy, and they're loading up on a helicopter. As the humans, you've got Dr. Kirby in custody. You find out he's been raving about the humans are screwing this up. You know, the Daikaiju should inherit the earth. We're done. Our rule is done. Let them have it. But if they're going to have it, they need to have their own ecosystem because it'll develop. And they have to have the proper insects to take care of that ecosystem.
Oh,
That's his whole thing.
right.
He knows about insects. And if the Daikaiju take over, if he creates some insects to help them, then, you know, he could live. They would thank him.
Yeah, because they wouldn't kill him or nothing.
Yeah. So what happened was he had created this serum because studying the origins of Daikaiju, he got the right chemical and radiation mixture going. And he's like, I'm going to try it out on my houseflies, like topically. So he kind of poured some on the houseflies and accidentally got some on the cockroaches. I didn't want them to grow up. They're gross. But I accidentally did that. So the flies started to grow, and so did the cockroach, got out, started to attack. But he was all like fine with it because it's like, well, this is their job,
Right.
you know?
Right.
And then, yeah, I can just leave him there, Dennis.
One thing that Moai would do is that when he gets over towards the parking garage, he's gonna act like he's hunting the Chinook
Oh, okay.
because he wants Thane to think
Practice.
he thinks it's a mosquito because that's how they met the first time.
Oh, yeah.
So he's waiting for Thane to see like his little Thane's like, no.
Yeah. So you stop him from doing that.
He's just messing with him though.
Yeah. So as you guys just imagine coming up with these military guys and all these Daikaiju come and lean in, the military guys are like, they're with us, right? And then Tommy actually says, well, for now, yes. And
Moo.
okay.
Moo?
So you notice though, as you guys lean in toward the humans, you humans get like a sense of relief, and it's like, oh, you know, it's not only like, oh, you saved the day. It's more like, boy, I'm glad you're safe. You know, to the Daikaiju.
Right.
There's that sense of wow, and they're like, oh, they're checking on us. That's interesting. And you notice the little girl Elizabeth is like greeting her friends
Yep.
to all of them. She's like, it's almost like friends, and she just holds her arms up to everybody, and all the Daikaiju are like, yep, how you doing, kid?
I'd pick her up.
Huh?
He'd pick her up in his.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
She'll hop right up there unless somebody stops her, but no, they do. So you pick her up.
Oh. Hello, little one.
And she's like, he talks, you know, kind of amazed. And then Caretaker with his voice, he's like, I
Yeah.
do.
Another first
Oh, that's
time
it's a.
Oh. Hi.
You seem pretty cool. That's why I followed you.
Okay, thank you, Yama. 22.
Thank you, Emma. We'll check you out, buddy.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
We're on
Appreciate
Discord as well.
Yep. Thank you.
Thanks. So yeah, everybody kind of leans in. She's just excited to see you guys, and it is that kind of moment for the other humans to be like, "Wow, that's kind of cool."
I'll sneeze.
not-
Oh,
yeah. So Gamma Man, you see
Yeah.
your daughter
Yeah.
in his hand, and Caretaker kind of like talking to her.
Yeah.
You know, for that moment of clarity, your character, what was his name? Houston.
Houston, I think it's Steve, I think. But yeah.
You just have that moment of like, even if you never become human again, you have friends. Which
Yeah.
is kind of interesting. So it's like, well, even if I can't go back to that life, I can see it.
Drake.
And then I've got these guys I can hang with. So,
He probably comes up there and basically puts his hand on your shoulder and Pats you back on the
Jetpack.
Yeah. Yeah.
I move her over towards you.
Yep. It takes it up and basically, puts his hands over her basically.
Oh, like a protection symbol.
Well, kind of almost like a hug.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, I
part of
see.
me will just come up and.
Oh yeah. Okay. So you do that. Much teary-eyed, misty-eyed stuff going on among the humans. Yeah.
Shane's like, you freaking pussy.
So,
Probably put his
Shane's
hand
probably
out
the
for
first one to
Anna,
start
too,
crying.
If he has that clarity.
oh yeah.
Like
Yeah. He
this.
would.
So they have their hands and like the parts of them are embracing them, but
Yeah.
not in a hentai way, but a
Oh,
nice way.
Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No
No,
electronic
no.
tentacles. That'd
No.
be bad.
No, it's just
So-
like his parts, this.
Right.
Yeah. I could almost see like the parts coming up from your palm are in the shape of a human.
Right.
So, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Henrietta just leans her head down everybody's, scratches her pink nose. Want to ride?
Yeah. Caretaker Pride probably actually puts his hand out for his sister.
Yeah.
And then kind of like, he probably lifts her up and actually says, I'm remembering. She's like, oh my God. He's like, I knew sign language, right? He's like, yes, you did. He's like, And then he puts her back down. I'm like, okay, before I forget, I'll leave you be. So, yeah. And Shailut is probably doing its best to nuzzle you. Which is kind of bizarre. Just kind of comes up over the building like,
He's the biggest one of all of us, isn't he?
huh?
He's the biggest one of all of us, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think he is. Yeah. So, yeah.
Probably burps.
That was probably like poking thing.
Yeah.
You did well, godly one.
That annoying yet?
Henrietta just sashay towards the worm and use Rumko. Boom! And she walks away.
So, yeah, basically the Daikaiju.
Coming down the fan. I found a cow.
I just heard things like, you tried to milk it, didn't you?
Wouldn't you? Don't do it. It hurts. Not the cow, me.
So the Daikaiju say they're kind of like, in a way, they're goodbyes, which is essentially like, check you later. So they wander off. The humans are left. What you're going to find out is the entomologist did the serum, and he wasn't going to sell it to anybody or anything, but the military wants to keep it so nobody else gets it,
Right.
and maybe convince him to help re-engineer it so they can maybe, if they have to, they can use it, maybe revert some Daikaiju. If they can reverse engineer it to shrink things, or at least keep it out of the hands of anybody. They just don't want it to fall into the wrong hands and people
Feed
start.
somebody.
Huh?
Or feed them.
Yeah. They don't want to be like, oh look, I'm going to turn my poodle into a giant poodle. I've always wanted Clifford. So,
The big red dog with a scorpion to him.
so they take Dr. Kirby back, put him in a prison in the brig in the rolling fortress, and they're going to eventually turn him over to whoever. But they have a facility there. He's going to stay there, and they're going to try and work on him to get him to rejoin and be sane. They have their own psychiatric ward.
It's called
You guys can
lobotomy.
roll off, follow the Daikaiju. You guys are already moving off, flying off, crawling off,
Yep.
scurrying off.
Headed back for the islands.
And these guys basically in their fortress, now cloaked, kind of following your wake, just waiting to see what's next. And that was Infestation.
Hey.
Well, that's all for us tonight, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to come back every Tuesday night to see what kind of shenanigans we have rolling and rocking.
Up to guard.
Check out all of our social medias that are out there. On them, you'll find our link tree. Our link tree will link you to things like our YouTube channel and things that we do otherwise, like Studio 222 and the Dragon's Den, things like that. Go to our YouTube channel, subscribe and like. There you can find all of the live streams that we do because we list them all there in our playlist. So if you like a certain game we play, you can follow the storylines on those. We're going to be out and around soon, folks. So if you want to come see us in real life and not on the screen, you can come to Planet FunkCon at the River Center in Davenport, Iowa, June 28th through the 30th. We will be there as entertainment and guests, running games and hanging out.
Yep.
We will also be back to the Big River Steampunk Festival in Hannibal, Missouri, September 30th through August 30th through September 2nd, where we're going to be having a game, another live game that we're going to do at the Game Arena now at 225 Broadway there in Hannibal. There'll be other events later on in the year, probably starting next year, so make sure you keep an eye on those. All of the information on those events will be in the descriptions of the YouTube channel of our YouTube videos. You can go in there and check that out. Now for the thank yous. Thank you to Dale for running the game tonight. The Dragon's Den for hosting.
Yay.
Mike for his technical prowess and investment. Thanks to Bobby for doing the audio and video clips. And thanks to Simon for sending us all this great food. So and we'll have 2 more new ones next week. So make sure you tune in to see what we do with that.
And I would like to point out, if you follow me on Patreon, you'll get to see some of the artwork that I've been doing for this stuff. Some of it's already up, but I've just penciled the Dawn of the Daikaiju drawings. So there's new drawings coming up of our new groups for some of the games we're playing. So check it out.
Awesome. We're going to be starting a new game next week. Make sure you tune into our social media network and find out what it's going to be. Also, thank you to Savage Worlds.
Yes.
Pinnacle,
Pinnacle,
right? For building this game. If you're interested in the game, go to our YouTube channel, find this video once it posts, go into the description down below it. There is a link to the website to buy this game. If you want to try it yourself, and let them know that the Raconteur Society has sent you to do that. That's all I got to say tonight, folks. Thanks again for coming out. We are the Raconteur Society. Have a good time.
Bye. Moo.
Here comes you.